Yeah, I'm back playing RT. As you can see, I'm on an RT mission. I've been playing a lot of RT recently, and I haven't been enjoying myself, but finish the battle as top player on your team by damage caused, destroy 3 enemy vehicles. So, I'm aiming at soft skin targets, so the Cheery is going to be my first victim here. Now, I have taken a couple of other shots prior to this, but going for the Cheery, it's a difficult shot, but there we go, 823, because that's a tank I can very easily pen and get a lot of damage out of, right? So, now I've got a choice. I can go for the Cheery or I can go for the Borsig, another lightly armored tank. And as I say, my mission is to come top on damage and kill 3 tanks. So, I'm going for the Borsig, aiming for the Borsig. And come on, reload, fire, and the Cheery drives into the shot, saves the Borsig, but the Cheery thinks I'm picking on him. It was a complete accident I killed the Cheery. You see, I've got nothing but heavy tank and artillery missions left for the T-55A. I've completed all the light tank and all the medium tank and all the TD missions. It's just RT left and heavy tank missions left, so that's why I've been playing a lot of RT and heavy tanks recently, but yeah, in chat you can see I was actually aiming for the Borsig, but whatever, because the Cheery is basically accusing me of, being an RT scumbag, and I am. I've got reasons, but you can see he doesn't believe me. Sure, but yeah, sometimes, even when it's completely unintentional, you can be a scumbag in RT, and it feels as if RT is focusing you, even though they may have been aiming at someone else. Hi folks, have you ever had one of those days in World of Tanks where you just want to smash your head against a concrete wall or beat your keyboard to death? I've been having a lot of those days recently, and this is a game that was played on one of those days. I'm platooned with Beyond D, we're both in M46 patterns, and yeah, 9.15.1 has been released and it's caused nothing, absolutely nothing but problems for me. And I'll probably go, I don't know whether I'll even go into it in this video, but yeah, this is a 9.15 replay, except it won't play in 9.15 because 9.15.1 has basically screwed up all the updates as well. So even trying to, I had games picked out I was planning to record, I can't get them to play in World of Tanks. So in order to get this replay to play, this is a 9.15 replay, although technically it was 9.15 point whatever, not point 1, but one of the mini micro patches that Wargaming have released that can constantly screw everything up. But I'm having to play it in the 9.14 client because it's the only client that will play this particular replay. Even the 9.15 client won't play this 9.15 replay. So I've had to go to an earlier version of World of Tanks in order to play this. But yeah, well, as I say, we're here on Redshire in our patterns and we're having a terrible day. Absolutely terrible day. Really struggling to pick up wins. And incidentally, this is the very, very final game I have played in the M46 pattern. So, this is the game that gave me enough XP to unlock the Tier 10, the M48 pattern. So, while I've unlocked it, I just don't have enough credits to buy it yet, but this is the final grind game in the Tier 9. But we're here, and as I say, we're just on Redshire, and we're doing work. We've got myself and Beyond D using our superior view range, our gun depression, our awesome alpha damage on this tier 9 medium tank, and we're struggling for wins. We're having a terrible day, a terrible evening. And the pattern, probably one of the only things that lets this tank down besides the lack of armor is the fact it's not really a sniper. You tend to miss a lot of shots at distance. But yeah, even though things are looking good, the way our day has been going, we're still not feeling the game. I mean, most of our team have pushed up the 1-2 lines or into the middle, and that's fine, but we've completely abandoned the 9-0 lines. And this game really is all about the difference between maybe doing damage when you're on the front line and doing damage when you're basically waiting for other tanks to support you. And it's also a game that's really a story of 2 different tanks. It's a story of our Lorraine 40T driver You can see him currently sitting down in G5 where he hasn't moved for the entire game so far. And it's a story of our T-34-100, or what is it? Is it a T-34-100? T-34-100 player who's bottom tier in this game. But I've just taken a hit for Beyond D. I wasn't spotted. Took a hit for Beyond D, but that's okay. Only tracked me, 0 damage. So I've got hit points. Beyond D's down to maybe a 2-hit kill. Just trying to use our gun depression, use our mobility, push along this ridge and put pressure on the tanks down along the 8-9 lines. But in the meantime, you can see because we've abandoned the 0 line, there's a T-10 and a Type 61 on the minimap who are moving along the K line. Now, because Beyond D and myself, well, maybe he noticed, but I certainly didn't, I was simply just focused on the tanks in front of me. I didn't realize or notice those 2 tanks below. So I've moved forward, we've spotted the E-75, I'm trying to use my view range here. T-54E1, we get 1 shot in, and then we get into cover. Now, T-54E1's a tank I recently bought, so I know that the reload... Oh, he's just fired, and I misjudge the reload, sets me on fire, take a hit, and ammo racks me, so yeah, damages my track, sets me on fire, and also takes out my ammo rack in 1 single shot, so balanced RNG there, but E-75 straightens up as I pop out to take a shot. But yeah, we've taken out the T-54E1, and in the meantime you'll notice our Lorraine has headed down to the 1-2 lines because he's going to cover from the T-10 and the Type 61 that are moving across. Again, I didn't notice this at the time. You know, all I noticed, for some reason, was that the Lorraine had abandoned his position, but in the meantime, Object 416 gets me. I'm down to 566 health. Still a 50-50 game. It is still a 50-50 game. So the score is 8-7. And Beyond D and I are just trying to find shots, trying to locate enemy tanks, but you can see that the Object 416 and the T-30 are both on a lot of health. And I'm trying to spot the S-51 that was last spotted down in the corner and luckily take out the Type 64, but apparently there's a Yag Tiger over there as well, so unfortunately the Yag Tiger hadn't advanced along with the T-10 and the Type 61. He's still sitting on the ridge down and around D9. So that was a bloody disaster. I've lost all my health. Now this is not a game where I'm playing particularly well, so we take out the T-10 for kill number 3. So you can see I'm up to about 3k damage. I'm a 1-hit kill now. Beyond D still has the 750 health you saw him on earlier on, but enemy tanks seem to have a lot of health. There's a Yag Tiger camping at the back, and in the meantime the Lorraine has killed the T-10 and the Type 61. And I didn't notice this, so he's actually done a good job. He's killed 2 enemy tanks down on the 1-2 lines, but what's happened now is there's a Yag Tiger who's now been spotted on full health, but Beyond D and myself don't have a lot of health between us. And all we can see on the minimap is a Lorraine 40T has gone on a magical mystery tour. So there's a 416 trying to rush Beyond, and because I've got a damaged turret, I'm not able to swing around and support Beyond, but I know there's a Yag Tiger down in the middle. I've got to come up, try and help Beyond. Maybe get 1 shot into the 416, and we're waiting for this Lorraine 40T to support. Come on, Lorraine 40T, what are you doing back there? So, a lot of this game, you're going to see in the end score results that there's a huge difference between playing passively and letting enemy tanks, or letting friendly tanks spot enemies and shooting from distance, and spotting your own targets. There's a huge XP and credit difference between spotting and shooting your own targets and letting other people do it for you. So, the Lorraine is going to have a huge damage game, as you're going to see from this game, but he's going to get very little XP. And Beyond D and myself, we're spotting our own targets. We have much better XP games, or at least I do. But we need help, and we don't know what the hell the Lorraine is doing. Every tank has now been spotted. We know where every single enemy tank is, as I get ambushed by the 416, except for our Lorraine 40T. We don't know what the hell this guy is doing. The Yag Tiger's been spotted in the middle for the last 2 minutes, and the Lorraine 40T has just gone on a magical mystery tour. We need help. I've died. Beyond D is about to die because the Object 416 has an awesome reload, especially compared to the Patton. And there we go. So at this point, Beyond D rage quits, and he goes, it's another fecking loss. We've lost this. We've lost this. We've got a Lorraine 40T who doesn't know what he's doing. He's basically, while he did do a good job of the 1-2 lines, he's basically spent the last 2 minutes doing nothing, absolutely nothing, down the 9-0 lines, and waiting to shoot enemy tanks that possibly are spotted in the middle. And this T-34-100, he's bottom tier, so, and unfortunately XVM has not worked ever since 9.15.1 was released. I can't get it to work on older versions of the game, I can't get it to work on newer versions of the game. I've tried 2 different mod packs, can't get XVM to work. So yeah, 9.15.1 completely screwed up the game for me, and I've got lag issues and crashing issues with or without mods. So I'm hating 9.15.1, but you know, the T-34-100 is outnumbered. He's bottom tier, he's outnumbered, and you've still got this Lorraine 40T who's just arsing around. Don't know what the hell he's doing. He could have been over in the middle of the map. He could have tried to kill the Jagdtiger. He could have tried to kill the S-51. Maybe that's who he was hunting for, but no. Instead of supporting the rest of his team, he's got a lot of hit points. He's waited until we've all died. So now he finally makes his move. And as I say, Beyond D, now I'm saying this, my IQ is just dropping from watching you because I didn't realize the Lorraine 40T had actually gone over to the 1-2 lines and actually had done something this game, but for the last 2.5 minutes, the Lorraine 40T has basically done nothing. 416 on low health, the Lorraine could go for him, but no, the Lorraine decides he's going to go for the T-30 instead. So T-34-100 gets the 416. Good job, sir. That's probably, it is actually almost the first damage he's done. But the Lorraine moves in. He's got lots of hit points. One shot into the T-30. He gets tracked by the S-51. Now this is something that really surprised me because the S-51 must be using the stock gun. Because he's just fired. He tracks the Lorraine 40T. Lorraine 40T is still on 900 health. And this 34-100 is staring down a Jagdtiger who can almost one-hit kill him. But the Lorraine moves in, puts a couple of shots in, and now the Lorraine is out of ammo. So the T-34-1 needs to go. And all the while this is going on, Beyond D is in the garage saying, we've lost, it's another bloody loss. Come back to the garage, let's play another tank, let's play again. And I'm saying, no, I have faith. The Lorraine 40T may not be a strong player, but, you know, he's distracted the Jagdtiger. This 34-100 may not be an experienced player, but he's getting to the side of the Jagdtiger. And as I say, the S-51 really surprised he was able to get another shot so quickly to kill the T-34-100, or to kill the Lorraine 40T. And then he manages to reload again incredibly quickly and puts a shot into the T-34-100. So, yeah, very rapid firing S-51 has to be the stock gun, but Lorraine 40T is saying find him, and then I make a stupid mistake because I forget this is encounter and not standard. And I'm saying just cap because there's 3.5 minutes left. What I don't realize is only 3.5 minutes of the game left, and it takes 3 minutes 40 seconds to actually cap. So I suddenly realize, yeah, okay. There's about 5 seconds too late to cap. So he's just got to go. He's just got to go kill the S-51. Now the S-51 was last spotted in A7, A8 area. Even though it's not showing up on the mini-map, he was spotted earlier. So I'm saying, go. And the Lorraine 40T is saying, I did 4,100 damage. But as you're going to see from the end results, as I say, there's a big difference between doing damage on the front line and basically just doing damage. So, Beyond D is still screaming at me, get your ass back into the garage, let's play another tank. I'm bored here, I'm waiting for you. And I'm saying, no, I have faith. I have faith we're going to win this game. We're actually going to win a game tonight, Beyond. This T-34-100 who's a very inexperienced player, he's going to pull it out for us. We're going to win. We're actually going to win a game tonight, Beyond. And he's saying, no, we're not. We lost. We lost 2 minutes ago. And I'm saying, no, have faith. We've won. So there's 2 minutes left. T-34-100 is moving in, and I'm going, yeah, Beyond. Yeah, you're just being salty now. We've won. So I'm going to slow this down here. Because, wow, S51, amazing camo, and he's on his side, and I'm saying beyond, we've won, we've won, we've won. The S51 is turned over to side, and then the T-34-100 does this. Seriously? Seriously? Yeah. Yeah. We won. We won. Beyond. We won. And then that happened. And it was another loss. I mean, why? 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 Why are you doing this to me, World of Tanks? Why are you doing this to me? Oh, yeah, S51 discovered on his side. It was the easiest win in the history of World of Tanks, and the T-34-100 drives in front of his gun. No! And then all I can hear on TS is Beyond saying, told you. So yeah, as you can see from what replays, I entitled this really because after this game I was physically unable to play for another 2 or 3 minutes. I had to talk Beyond E through what had happened in the game after he had quit and was waiting for me in the garage. And all the time he was in the garage he was saying, we lost, and I'm saying, no, I have faith. I have faith we're going to win. We're actually going to win one tonight, Beyond, and yeah, you saw what happened. But that was the final game in the M46 pattern. And as I said, you're going to see a big difference between the damage you do when you're on the front lines and spotting your own targets versus the damage you do when you're not. And there we go. I mean, the Lorraine did almost 1,000 damage more than I did. Now, we were criticizing the Lorraine, but he actually ended up having a good game until he basically went on a magical mystery tour towards the end when he could have come over and helped us while Beyond D and I were still alive and on low health. But no, he was exploring the map, traveling along the 9-0 lines. But the fact is he did 1,000 more damage than me. But yet, you know, you can see the difference here in the XP total. So I ended up having a decent game, finishing top, but it was another flaming loss, and the Lorraine, even though he did lots more damage, because he was sniping, because he was allowing other tanks to spot for him, he wasn't getting the full XP, he wasn't getting the full credits for his game. So more damage does not equal more XP. You actually have to be spotting your own tanks, or be on the front line, or be within visual range of the tanks you're shooting. You're going to be penalized a lot when you're not. When you play more passively, you get far lower XP games because you're not spotting your own targets. But yeah, I was critical to the Ranger in that game, and you know, he ended up having a decent game right up till, as I say, the final 4 minutes or so. But yeah, Beyond D had a decent game as well. Again, unfortunately, he didn't pick up any heroic medals, and therefore he didn't get the full XP total. But yeah, it's just one of these nights where we just could not pick up flaming wins. This is just another bloody example of World of Tanks. I mean, this is a game where I just wanted to smash my head against a concrete wall or smash my keyboard into bits earlier, and I was so tilted and I just didn't know what to do after that game. After about 6 losses in a row, we ended up playing this game, and I was physically unable to log in and play another game for 3 or 4 minutes. I think I took a break to grab some water. So 9.15.1 has been an absolute disaster for me so far. Between the fact that I can't get mods to work, I can't get XVM to work no matter what mod pack I'm using. Some mod packs, my aim reticules aren't working. Other mod packs, my hit log isn't working or my damage log isn't working. Can't get them both to work at the same time. You've got the XVM that has not worked on any single mod. Not a single mod is able to get XVM to work, even though I've gone through everything, made sure everything is set up. The settings, the website, all of that's enabled. I just can't get XVM to work in 9.15.1. Replays are screwed up. You know, I don't know why replays are screwed up so much, but they are. I'm having to use the 9.14 client in order to play 9.15 and 9.15.1 replays because I can't play them in 9.15 or 9.15.1 game files. I don't understand why, but apparently that's just the way it is. And even older games, even games that did have XVM and are played on older versions of the game software that should be working with XVM aren't working with XVM. I just don't understand why not. Oh yeah, and then to top it all, I've got a crashing problem where World of Tanks crashes to desktop for absolutely no reason, mid-game, and then launches back into World of Tanks without me touching anything, and brings me back into the game, assuming the game is still running and I'm not dead, or maybe I'm already dead because I crashed out of the game, but it crashes the desktop and then auto-launches itself back into the game I just crashed out of. And that's happened 3 times out of about 25 games so far, so 25 games played in 9.15.1, and I've got 21 losses. That's how bad things have been going recently. It's just not worth playing World of Tanks solo anymore. The update has been an absolute disaster, but I'm gonna try and make some more videos for you guys. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.